Oh my goodness, no way, Viz, aren't you an artist? You must be new to this channel. So, this is a demo of the thing that they said they would have done, right? Meal's Steam Envy, which is the demo, right? And I guess this is them experimenting with that. Okay, so it says it will be officially released October 15, 2025, a special day that marks PixAI's 3rd anniversary Meal's birthday. Meal is their official mascot for anybody who doesn't know. I'll be awaiting that in the... And again, yeah, I'm assuming it uses AI animation too, so let's see. It looks like it. Yeah, it says visual direction. So PixAI animation team. I want to know who's behind that. So that's something to think about. Okay, so strange places of the internet, possibly so. Okay, so comment says, if I don't want to spoil it for some people, but delete the LOL content. What LLL content? So we're on to the next thing. So we're gonna look at their avatar. The avatar for PixAI is named the Sunshine Idol. They like singing, fashion, and making people smile. Bubble tea after school is their official mascot. They really don't like being ignored. They hate broken promises and rainy days that cancel plans. They are around 158 centimeters tall and are 43 kilograms heavy. That's very light for a character. I don't know, 43 kilograms for a height of 158 centimeters. I don't know about that. It kind of seems like that's like dang light. That's like pretty dang light, but I don't know. But it's like probably maybe in Japan different standards. So they have this style. You can look into that. They got personality. You can look into that. Gallery pictures of them, I guess. And they have an inner side. This is their possessive inner side. They like being the sole focus of attention, exclusive intimacy, and uncovering of every detail about their beloved, private moments of no intrusions, and their identity is the truth behind the idol's smile. They hate sharing affection, lies, or even hints of betrayal, being dismissed or forgotten, and anyone they view as a rival. Birth dates are both October 15, just so y'all know. Their age is 17. Again, similar, except that the defined appearances, the characteristics about them are just kind of different. And you can read all about this. You can read about this, and they got images. All I want to say is tips. They should have hired an artist to, check the images of this character. By the way, you can skip this segment over to this specific timestamp of the video if you don't want to see me reviewing their OC. I have lots of tips and advice for anybody who's there at PixAI. Currently, I just want to say, currently, you could have done this OC a lot more better by keeping their appearance more consistent. If you want to skip this segment, you just want my reaction at the end of this video, you can skip to this specific timestamp, and that's all I have to say. Stay safe out there. There could have been more refining done to make these images come up better. They look quite solid, but in case somebody doesn't know, I'm an artist. Oh no, who knows? Who knew? They could have asked me to help refine their avatar to make it much more consistent looking, right? To make it more consistent looking. This is a great attempt at them trying to make a mascot with like extremely defining personalities and characteristics. But what I have a little problem with is that they need to make sure that these are consistent with their appearance. Currently, if you want me to point out what their, the appearance issue is that some of these avatars, if you look at the way that their stockings are, these high thigh socks, they are not consistent each time you look at them, right? If you want me to zoom in for you, I'll show you. Not to criticize PixAI fully, but I want to say is that I'm going to zoom in just so you look at it. This right here has no band. There's no like something attaching the thigh sock right here. And the thigh sock here has two ridges, right? Two rows, and they're extending. This has only two, like one. It's only going across once. This has two of it going like this. This has a white thigh sock, and the attachment has a purple heart over here, but it's on the left side. See, this has none, this has one, and they are differently colored, right? Different colors. Their socks are not always consistent either. It's not consistent. If you want the character looking the same, you need to keep the socks consistent. So their ankle socks are not the same here. Not even down here. Down here, these two look much more consistent. Her left leg thigh socks, they're more consistent. Here, it's pink and it has that heart again, but it's on the other side. It's on her right leg instead. Her buttons are also not fully consistent, and you need to look out for that for people who are who are at PixAI. Make sure the buttons stay the same. Just say black buttons. You can refine that, or just hire a goddamn artist. And I also want to say is that her eyes are at least close to consistent, but if you look at how they're shaped, this one's the only one where her face seems a lot more crushed, much more smaller. If you look at her eye patch, her yellow heart is more of this shape with the little squiggles going around like this, the little frills that they usually have. A lot more similar for these two, but the heart here has thicker outlines and this one has thinner outlines. This has thinner outlines, so these two have thinner outlines and they have frills. But this face is a lot more bubbly. This face is a lot more spread out. See, the eyes are here a little more smaller. They're a lot more rounder and intense. Here, the highlights are a lot less intense. Here, not her highlights are intense. It's the gradient that's a lot more intense, with the pink being way more brighter and apparent than the other two over here. This one's a lot more flatter, which causes her eye to be popping out more. Also, when you look at the way that her ears are put on, when you look at this, is that her ahage, though because the scenes are in different lighting, doesn't really have to change the way the ahage gets light up. For example, here this is a bluer scene. There's a lot more white and blue in this picture. So when the light reflects this way, coming from the image, it's supposed to arrive like this. This is darker, and this for some reason brights up over here. If you want to know what I mean, I'll show you. This right here, for some reason, turns purple pink, but there's nothing bright enough to make it so that that happens in the first place. If you look at the fang appears on the left side of her mouth, but for some reason it appears on the right side of her mouth here. The buttons aren't fully consistent, and the belt has a bigger, wider hole over in this part, and this one has a thinner, less defined hole. So as you can see curves like that. Here it doesn't curve, it's more straighter. Even how the bow looks like is different. This has thicker and it's more smaller. Here it has it comes in between and gets smaller like this. Even how her breasts are attached is not even consistent, because then you can see the belt right here. The belt right here is a lot more over to this side, and it has a little bit of an attachment, but that doesn't happen here. Here it has more of a buckle that appears over on this side. Here the skirt isn't even also fully consistent. The bands go in X's consistently more like this, and the bow's more thin like this, but here the bow is black. The bow is a lot more blacker over here, and the bows go once like this, right, at least, but they usually it's supposed to be 3 times. If you look at her bow on this side, the bow is attached to her tail up like this, but her tail seems to be larger. Here the tail seems to be smaller and a lot more further back, but the bow is on this side instead. When you look at her fingers, the fingers are also sort of phasing, right? You can see how the nails are like this, right? They're phasing through and they aren't consistent in size. If you look at her nails here, they're a lot more darker and more intense rather than pastel. Even though you want to say that the scenery is a lot more darker, they're supposed to be similar in brightness. This shouldn't like fundamentally affect these to make them darker this way. A ton darker, because there's a clear pink light source, wider light source that is lighting up this thing. Because when you look at the fishnets underneath her thighs running this area isn't fully consistent either. Which is why, in case, if anybody from PixAI had all the time in the world to be able to make this avatar happen, I'd wish they had brought in an artist to make this lot more believable. But again, skip this segment of the video if you don't want me to analyze their mascot. Again, you can criticize me for being too rough on it, but at the moment I couldn't care. So It's the same thing for this avatar. This avatar is the same thing. So the outer version of this avatar, which they're naming Mio, if in case anybody doesn't know, this avatar looks like this, right? You think, oh, it's not too different. Wrong. Less cheekier. This is a lot less cheekier. The cheeks are smaller here. There, the cheeks are bigger. Here, the cheeks are a lot more smaller. Are not same, but they are definitely differences in shapes in appearance over here. Because even the bow is different. The bow has an extra tie over here, and it's not even, again, it's a lot of gibberish because if you look at the strokes, it's not even complete. And the bow here has a much more regulated. I think that's what I want to say. Please, so we got the happy 3rd anniversary going on. I just want to criticize the character. And again, I'm already in their Discord server. I'm already on their page. I follow their page. They should really just hire me. Like, if they want this to be fixed, it's like, this is a great way. This is a great jump in the AI scene, right? For like PixAI, the art. So, this is my take as the Projectian. There could be things to refine your OC's original images. We got their ND releasing. We got, literally, a full one. October 15th. We got Gacha Festival, login streaks, cosmetic shop, SNS contest, the Mio agent, and then the Mio theme ND full. Then we got their PixAI roadmap and their, full 3rd anniversary music video. I think that's all I have to say. Look out for these. We're going to celebrate this together. If you want to repost some of their posts, please do so. But again, this is just a video of me just giving them advice. Please refine the artworks for Mio. That would be such a huge help because currently I'm just feeling like they could refine this, right? The character looks amazing, right? It's a AI character, it's a start, but I want them to refine these just a little more so that they're more, more similar looking, so that it's a lot more consistent with the theme, because then people would then continue to ruin her design. If you really want to make this flawless, make sure the design stays consistent. Keep the design consistent. And that's all I have to say. Happy 3rd anniversary, PixAI. I've been around for the AI scene since around the late 2010s, and I think they're finally making huge steps forward. It's quite a popular app. I really want to say I kind of really don't like fully that the way that they're handling more innocent dive content. Innocent dive content isn't as fully possible anymore. It's still possible, but then you'd have to find ways to bypass their filter, and it's just not good. I don't want to tell you people to start breaking the rules, but I want to say is that they used to allow this type of thing, but now they don't. So again, I kind of really don't like the idea, because then I really want to experiment more with what the AI could do, right? The AI generator could do. Anyway, stay safe out there, be informed. We need informed creators out there. Please join the No Kings protest that will be occurring on October 18. And this is me. This is Fish/Mega. This is for 7 years. Please make sure to subscribe to your channel. Leave a like. And that's all I have to say. And I think I forgot to put the 8-minute reminder to say subscribe in the video, so editor Mace can put that in. So stay safe out there, G-Belay, and that's all I have to say.